Noah Newman's accident was not just a simple mishap, it was a calculated act by a masked assailant who had been carefully studying the Newman family. Leading up to the accident, Noah had been living his life mostly in peace, but small tensions were bubbling under the surface in Genoa City. Business rivalries, personal grudges and old resentments had been simmering for months, though no one openly connected them to Noah. The masked man took advantage of this chaos, seeing Noah as a vulnerable target and a way to indirectly hurt Nick or the Newman legacy. The accident itself was shocking and dramatic. Noah was going about his normal routine when something suddenly went wrong. An object deliberately placed in his path, a vehicle arranged to be in the right spot at the right time, or some other carefully orchestrated hazard. Noah was caught completely off guard, and the severity of the accident left the family shaken. Sharon and Nick immediately rushed to his side, fearing not just the physical damage, but the long-term emotional trauma for their son. Noah's injuries, while eventually treatable, were serious enough to make the family question how safe Genoa City really was. Nick's investigation began almost immediately. He refused to believe it was a random event. With his usual persistence and sharp instincts, he started piecing together subtle inconsistencies. Surveillance footage with missing frames, witnesses who claimed to have seen someone suspicious, and seemingly trivial details that hinted at premeditation. Each clue led Nick closer to the truth, but the journey was fraught with red herrings, people who had motives but weren't involved and coincidences that seemed deliberate. Meanwhile, Noah's trauma became a catalyst for deep family drama. Sharon struggled with guilt and fear, constantly replaying the accident in her mind and questioning if there was something she could have done. Nick, driven by protective instincts, became increasingly obsessed with finding the masked man, sometimes straining his own relationships with friends and family in the process. The tension in the Newman household escalated, showing just how far-reaching the consequences of one act could be. The breakthrough came when Nick discovered a critical piece of evidence. Something overlooked by everyone else, like a unique item left at the scene, a fingerprint, or a surveillance angle that finally revealed the assailant's movements. This evidence connected the masked man to the family in an unexpected way. He wasn't a stranger but someone with hidden motives tied to jealousy, revenge, or a past grievance involving either Nick, Victor, or even Noah himself. When Nick confronted the masked man, the revelation was intense and emotional. The assailant admitted to orchestrating the accident, explaining the reasons behind it, whether it was anger over a perceived slight, resentment of the Newman family's success, or a twisted desire to send a warning. Nick's reaction was a mixture of fury, shock, and relief. Fury at the audacity, shock that someone they knew could do this, and relief that the mystery was finally solved. The aftermath is just as dramatic. The family must deal with the emotional and psychological impact on Noah, the legal and social consequences for the masked man, and the ripple effects across Genoa City. Friends and enemies alike react, alliances shift, and new plots are set into motion. For the viewers, this storyline delivers suspense, emotional tension, and a satisfying yet still tense resolution to the mystery. Noah's accident, the masked man's identity, and Nick's discovery are more than just plot points. They are catalysts for future drama, moral dilemmas, and character development that will influence the Newman family in Genoa City for weeks, if not months to come.